I would tell my younger self to another rose. Take me back to 012.
I like to tell stories, and I always find the funny, dramatic part of the story. Like, I ran for the bus, and as I got close, I slipped and fell face first into a puddle. You know, like, it legit could have happened, but it was the way it was, like, lined up, you know, and everybody's like, no way, you gotta be lying. I'm like, seriously, that really happened. So I take parts of, like, real life things that have happened to me, no lie, and I will take things that have been told to me, like, so, you know, you're with your girlfriends and we're talking, maybe you're a little bit rosé induced, and you're just being free with your friends, and you start talking about experiences with your boyfriend or your ex, or you might talk about funny things that have happened to you, or really embarrassing things that have happened to you, like the worst thing that you wouldn't want anybody to know. I find the funny in that. I want to see that on the TV. Do you know what I mean? Things that be like, oh my gosh, I had a dodgy Chinese, went to work the next day and had the like things like that. Things that have happened to me, things that have happened to you that you probably wouldn't dare say out loud, but now you're seeing it happening in front of you. Believe it or not, I know I've been harping on about episode 4 and the funny scene that Jay does, but that happened. I dramatized it a little bit, but I had a conversation with a girlfriend of mine, and she said one night she woke up in the middle of the night that her and her boyfriend had been out earlier in the evening drinking, and you know, they went to sleep, and she woke up and he wasn't lying next to her. So I was like, so what happened? Where was he? She was like, well, he was in the corner of the room. And I was like, what was he doing in the corner of the room? She was like, he was sleepwalking. I was like, what? What do you mean he was sleepwalking? And she was like, yeah, he was sleepwalking, but he was still drunk. So he had needed to pee. So he had pulled out his sausage and proceeded to pee all over the room. So when she said this to me, I was like, no. So what did you do? So she's like, stop it. And he's like, literally, and the more she's trying to stop him, he's just peeing on everything. I thought that was hilarious. So obviously she told me how it ended. I can't even remember how it ended now, but I think he was like trying to get outside. So he was fully unaware of what was going on, but she was super mad with him. I think the relationship didn't last, or she was upset with him. But that's why I kind of wrote it that way. I was like, okay, what would you do if it wasn't that he was just peeing in the room, but I mean, that's actually, let's ask that question for you. Yeah. Now, what would you do?
First of all, disclaimer, right? Everybody watching, that wasn't me. That experience was not mine, right? I just want to clear that up.
Funnily enough, though, the person who told me was called Jade.
Get out of here.
I'm not telling you a lie.
I'm done with the universe. Right.
Swear to you, her name was Jade.
What I want to say is...
You weren't ready for that, were you? Yeah. Hey, Jade, thanks for the content. Don't sue me. I will pay you nothing.
Hey, thank you, Jade.
Okay, so the next thing I wanted to just say about another scene that I thoroughly enjoyed doing was episode 5. It was the bedroom scene. So a friend of mine was at... I don't know how much information I want to give. A friend of mine, I held a house party, guys. I had a house party. It's a sore subject. I had a house party, and unfortunately, it led to 2 of my guests getting very acquainted, and one of my friends was asleep on the floor at the time, and then when she woke up is it copulation? Is that what they call it?
Mid-cop.
She realised what they were doing, but she stayed lying on the floor and had to lay there throughout the whole sexual act. And then they obviously woke up the next... No, in fact, I don't think they woke up. I think they had left shortly after that, but she had to endure the full act. And when I was told about it the next day, of course, I was like, I was living, and a part of me was like, you stayed lying there. And I thought about it, and I was like, what would you do in a situation like that? You're at a house party, everybody's gone to bed, everybody stayed over, and 2 of the guests that stayed over start dipping it and doing it and spreading it wide. And don't look at me like that. That's what they did. I didn't go into too much details. But you wake up in the middle of it. Do you say something and be like, what the hell's that? Like, honestly, I'm still lying here. Don't be doing that. Or do you lie still and just wait for it to be over?
Let us know in the comments. So, that's been season 1 of the Jade and Kesra Show. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
And we just want to wish you a Merry Christmas, and we hope you have an even better New Year.
Bye.
I would tell my younger self to ignore the rules. Take me back to 012. We was caught up in the streets. We was